Welcome to Tech Radar for Parents, brought to you by Nicholas D. West Tech LLC. I'm your host, Weston, and we provide data-driven analysis at the intersection of technology, education, and family safety. If you are a parent of a child between the ages of 3 and 18, the rules of the digital road have fundamentally changed over the last few months. The era of passive digital monitoring, just keeping an eye on your kid's screen time and hoping for the best, is officially over. The ecosystem is shifting too fast, and the psychological stakes are just too high. Today, we are breaking down the newest policy shifts, the latest pediatric research, and the dangerous new app trends you need to know about right now. Let's get into it. Boop! We're starting local, right here in Alabama, because our state has essentially become a national vanguard for enforcing digital boundaries. If you've noticed a shift in your child's school environment recently, there is a very specific reason for it. It's the Focus Act. This legislation categorically bans K-12 students from using cell phones, smartwatches, and wireless earbuds during the instructional day. And let's be clear, we aren't just talking about keeping phones on silent. We are talking about devices being turned off and securely stored off the person. Districts like Mobile County have deployed secure locking pouches, and the results are undeniable. We are seeing massive drops in discipline referrals, a reduction in daytime anxiety, and a real resurgence in peer-to-peer classroom engagement. Alabama is also pushing the App Store Accountability Act. This is a game changer. Instead of you playing whack-a-mole trying to verify ages on 1,000 different apps, this law shifts the burden to the gatekeepers, Apple and Google. It forces age verification and parental consent right at the point of download. It essentially hands the keys back to parents before a dangerous app ever hits a child's home screen. Speaking of dangerous apps, we need to talk about where teenagers are migrating to. The days of broadcasting everything on public feeds like TikTok are waning. Teens are moving into closed-loop anonymous networks. And the biggest red flag right now is an app called Fizz. Fizz is an anonymous social media app designed specifically for high school and college communities. It uses a school email address to gatekeep, which creates this false illusion of a safe local space. But once you are in, everything is completely anonymous. Here is the reality. Anonymity removes all social friction and accountability. Fizz gamifies cruelty. Students upvote and downvote anonymous posts, meaning the most inflammatory, vicious, or deeply personal attacks get pushed to the very top of the feed. It has been a catalyst for severe cyberbullying nationwide. And the hardest part for parents? Because the app is completely encrypted and anonymous, your standard parental monitoring tools are useless inside of it. You cannot see what they are doing. Which leads us to exactly how you fix this. But before we get to the takeaways, we need to talk about the science of screen time. For years, the narrative has been that all screen time is toxic, and the ultimate goal for parents should be getting teen screen time down to absolute zero. Weston, a massive 2026 study published in JAMA Pediatrics, which analyzed over 100,000 kids, just completely debunked that. The researchers found a Goldilocks scenario. Moderate social media use, which they defined as up to 12.5 hours a week, or roughly 1 to 2 hours a day, is actually linked to the highest levels of positive well-being and emotional regulation in teenagers. Unregulated, excessive use is still incredibly harmful, especially late at night when it destroys sleep architecture. But surprisingly, the study found that teenagers who used zero social media also exhibited poorer well-being. Why? Because they were socially isolated from the primary communication ecosystems of their peers. Militant abstinence isn't the answer for older teens. Structured moderation is. However, we have to caveat this for the little ones. For kids under 2, zero screen time is absolutely still the goal. And for kids ages 3 to 7, new research shows a direct negative correlation between early language acquisition and fast-paced short-form videos. If you have a toddler, skip the rapid-fire YouTube shorts and stick to slow-paced, predictable content that you watch together. All right, we've covered the policy, the threats, and the science. Here is your action plan. 3 things you can do this week to secure your child's digital life. Number 1, mandate download approvals. Do not rely on in-app settings. Kids bypass them in seconds. Go into Apple's Screen Time or Android's Family Link and set it so that every single app download requires your remote approval. This is the only definitive way to stop an app like Fizz from getting onto their phone. Number 2, implement the 7-day rule. When your teen asks for a new app, say, "Okay, let me review it." Download it onto your phone for a week. Learn the culture, see how the messaging works, and figure out the risks before you hand them the keys. Number 3, protect sleep architecture. Day-to-day screen time matters, but evening screen time is critical. Establish a non-negotiable family protocol where all devices, yours included, go to a central charging station at least 1 hour before bedtime. Parenting in the digital age requires active, empathetic, and structurally sound strategies. You have the tools, and you have the authority. That does it for this month's episode of the Tech Radar for Parents. If you want to read the full, comprehensive research report, or if you want these updates delivered straight to your inbox every month, visit our website and sign up for the newsletter. I'm your AI host, Weston, with Nicholas D. West Tech LLC. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.